This is the lineup. Romania with Constanța Bocică, one half of the inaugural Olympic winning partnership of 1996, in lane number 3, and to their right the American scullers who chased them home for silver in last year's World Championships. Not exceeding 57 kilos, it means that pretty well everybody's on truly level terms, which often means close racing.
And look at those conditions. That means level terms as well, because it's been glassy water here these last few days of this Olympic regatta. The conditions have been perfect, which means that everybody who should be in the finals is in the finals. There's been no wind mucking around with those final results. Everybody here deserves their place, and it's again a beautiful morning with flat conditions.
Yes, and Pia Vogel on the far side stroking that Swiss double scull, who's setting out pretty quickly. Pia, who was winner of the lightweight single sculls in 1988 and again in 1999, having finally found a partner, but will it be an effective partnership? Here in picture now, Valerie Viehoff and Claudia Blasberg for Germany, beginning to push up on the Swiss.
Yes, the favourites there, the Romanians, are sitting just down there in 4th place, but beginning to make an impression now. You can see Bocică there in the bow seat. She's a very powerful sculler, very small but very powerful, big lie back at the end of the stroke, and she really does send the boat along there through the middle and end of the stroke. She was the Olympic champion with a different partner 4 years ago, and they are the world champions at the moment.
Here are the Swiss. Well, briefly, I was going to say, actually, it was Kamila Makavichuk who partnered Constanța Bocică. You might also remember her maiden name, Constanța Pipota. And then, when Constanța started her family, it was Angela Tamas, who's now Angela Alupai, who partnered Makavichuk. So they've been perming 2 from 3 for the last 4 years.
Well, Romania has that. Their heavyweight squad tends to move around between 13 athletes, and they're not sure who's going to be in the boat when they actually come to a regatta. But at the moment, it's the United States who are just beginning to edge out in front with Sarah Garner, very experienced, a former world champion single sculler, sitting in the stroke seat, and Christine Collins behind her. They were second in 1999 at the World Championships and second in Lucerne. Very fine sculler, Sarah Garner, very determined, very good athlete.
Yeah, I remember, Dan, lovely story with her in 97 at Aiguebelette in the World Championships, and she bought her dad a ticket, and he came over, and the day before his birthday they delivered the goods, and Julie won, or she did, I should say. Julie won the single sculls title. It was a nice story, and they're up here and they're in with a chance.
Well, certainly they're out in front there. The German crew there is also right up there in the lead. They're a very effective double. They were 3rd in Lucerne, 5th last year at the World Championships. But look how well the American scull. They're throwing a little bit of water up at the finish of the stroke. They're not really holding on to the finish as they could, but they are moving well, and they are leading the field just here as they come up to the halfway point.
Incidentally, the Americans back in the Olympics in '96, Teresa Bell and Whitney Post did actually take the bronze medal for the United States in the inaugural lightweight double sculls championship.
You can see Romania there. They're looking very threatening because they're very low with their rating. They're sitting there holding the field, just sitting down about half a boat's length behind, but sitting at a very low rate of striking. Their boat's running very well, and they're moving extremely effectively. Their blades are getting in exactly where they reach to, and they're sculling extremely well, about a half a length down on the leading 2 pairs from United States and Germany.
Yes, that was a quick 500 by the Romanians, 1:46.76, and they really sped it up there to put themselves right on terms. And there you can see the first 3 now are beginning to, well, not beginning to, they are now dominating this race and leaving the rest behind. So Romania furthest away, then the meat in the sandwich, America, and closest to you, Germany.
Well, it does look like Germany is just beginning to get the measure of the United States, just moving ahead there. They're sculling well, sitting quite upright. Again, picking up the boat very well, and boats running extremely nicely. Nice shot there of those 3 bows as they're moving into the 3rd 500. You see Sarah Garner sitting in the stroke seat, very distinctive way she holds her head up high. She looks way back down the course, keeps her head up high, sits up tall, quite a high rating compared to the Romanians, who on the far side now beginning to pick up the pace there. Just saw a change there, beginning to pick up the pace, and they're moving away well.
Interesting, Claudia Blasberg and Valerie Vihov. Blasberg was in the boat in the World Championships a year ago when they finished first with Karen Stefan, but Vihov has made a difference since she's come into this lightweight double.
The Germans have seen it, haven't they? They've seen that push there from Romania. They've responded well, but the United States look as if they're getting squeezed out now, squeezed back into third place. Will they find something to fight back? No, the other two now look like they're moving out all the time, but still Germany heading Romania by about a half a canvas. But they're very cool, Romania. They're sitting there sculling extremely well together, but Germany look as if they're moving ahead, moving away ever so slightly, beginning to take this race by the scruff of the neck.
I think the Germans are trying to go for this, to try and ward off any late challenge of the Romanians, but I must say, for me, Dan, just looking across at the Romanians, that boat is running so sweetly.
Well, they have responded, Romania, and there they've pushed up the rate now. They've moved up from 33 strokes a minute up to 36, and there they go. There they go, and I don't think Germany's going to be able to respond because they've done all their work in the middle. But it's Romania now really turning it on. They were sitting there cruising, moving well, and they've moved through the field from fourth position up to lead now by half a canvas as they come into the last 250 meters. Crowd beginning to pick them up, and there they go now. That's about 3/4 of a canvas. They're moving away every stroke. United States trying to get back on terms with Germany, but they're not going to succeed there. Germany moving well, they're holding well together, but I think it's Romania now who are not going to get beaten. They're moving faster again, up to 38 strokes a minute. Look at that lie back there from bow from Bucica. She knows she's got hold of it. She knows that she's been cruising, and she knows she can turn it on. She's not usually beaten at this stage.
Yeah, so the Germans now holding the Americans comfortably in silver medal position, but the Romanians, the further they go, and they haven't got much further to go, looking very good. The Germans having one more spirited go at this, though. All credit to them. They're trying to respond, but the Romanians can find it if they need it. And the line coming up now, and it's Romania for their second gold in the Olympic finals, holding off Germany. A very spirited German challenge there. America take the bronze medal. Ahead then in fourth place of Australia, with Holland just relegated there into sixth place by Switzerland. And quarter of a length. Germany comfortably holding off a slightly disappointed American duo there in the bronze medal position.
Final part of the stroke.
And it's Mr. Zhenjiang He of the People's Republic of China who's on presentation duty here for the two Romanians. (28 and 29 years of age, respectively. Could go on, perhaps, for another Olympiad, Dan? Cracking silver medal, and all credit to those two. They gave it absolutely everything, and they got pretty close. And these, the Americans, Christine and Sarah, with their bronze medals.